This is a scene from The Seagull by Anton Chekhov. And The Seagull is set at a country cottage, an estate by this beautiful lake. But what's funny in the play is all the characters hate being there. And after a couple of weeks, the scene we're going to see, a very famous actress who's gone up to this cottage is returning back to the city, and her sister, who's retired, has to stay. So it's kind of an exploration of, we constantly long for a holiday. We constantly long to get away from our lives. But when we do, we immediately miss the lives we have and want to return. So it's a scene where the two women are negotiating what they long for and what they've got to face.
I don't want you to go away. I'm going to be lonely.
But what would you do in the city? You'd just be lonely there.
Oh, I don't know. There's nothing in particular I need to do. They're laying the cornerstone of the new courthouse in the plaza. I just want to get away from here, even for a couple of days. I don't do anything. I just lie around like an old cigarette butt. Ugh. The car's coming at 1. I hired a town car. Still get the government rate. We could go together.
No, you must stay here and rest. You'd be lonely. There's Belina, Masha to talk to.
Oh.
And Coco needs you for guidance. To get him back on the right track. Get him back on any track. I'm so upset about this gun business. I have no idea why you would try such a thing. But I suspect it has something to do with rivalry. And the sooner I get Trigorin out of here, the better.
There were, how can I say this to you, other reasons why he attempted what he did. It's serious. And you of all people should be the one who's staying. Coco is young, and here he is, living in the middle of nowhere with an old lady. No money or purpose in his life. He feels like he has no future, and that he'll never measure up to the...
What?
I don't know, expectations you have of him.
Expectations? I have always told him I would be proud of whatever he did. I have encouraged him in every way. If he wants to be a producer or a stage manager even, I would never stand in his way.
He feels you don't appreciate him.
Me?
I know you do. I tell him you adore him. I tell him all the time, but...
Remy, I think he must be suffering from dementia as well. I don't know what you're talking about.
I love that boy, and he loves me. But the love of an old auntie isn't enough. He needs it from you.
He knows. And if he needs me to tell him all the time, he should smarten up. He should just ask.
He's a young man. He has his pride.
He's a pain in the ass. Maybe he should enlist in the army.
Oh.
You know anybody at the Department of Defense?
I think the best thing you could do is to give him a little money and some time.
Money?
Well, I mean, for one thing, he ought to start dressing like a human being. Look at him in those old ripped-up T-shirts and jeans. I don't know what he's going to do this fall. He doesn't even have a coat. Give him a little money to tide him over and a few months to sort things out. He needs to show his wild oats. Travel, maybe. Find out who he is. By Christmas, he'll be tired of all this and get back to his life doing what he really wants.
You must think I'm made of money. I mean, I suppose I can manage with the clothes. But giving him anything more is just indulging him. I can't spare that kind of money right now. I can't!
Oh, okay. Don't get angry. I know you're a good and generous person.
Really, I haven't any money!
Okay. I'd give it to him if I had it. You can't take it with you, someone once said. But I can barely keep up with the expenses on this place. I put all my savings into this farm.
What about your pension?
Pension goes to the manager. You know what that bastard charges. Believe me, I'd get rid of him right as rain if I thought I could manage this place myself. But there's the equipment and the upkeep, the marketing of the wine. It hasn't been a functioning farm in so many years, and Shemarayev says it may take 4 years alone to see any reasonable kind of return. I'll be dead by then, I'm sure.
All right. I do have a little money stashed away in case of an emergency. But I have to be careful, too. An actress is only as bankable as her last job. I never know where the next check is coming from.
You're a peach. You know that?
He can do with it what he likes, but after that, no more. The last thing I need is to be worrying about bankruptcy.
I love you, oh sister mine. I love you from the bottom of my goddamned heart.